It's really the core of it, isn't it? This isn't just some dusty old tale about gods and monsters. No, it's a deeply human story, you know? It's about a relationship that gets pushed to its absolute breaking point. So, let's see how this whole thing kicks off.
All right, so our story starts, well, like a lot of great stories do, with a conflict. And this one is sparked by something simple, but, as we'll see, profoundly dangerous: beauty.
So on one side of this, you've got Psyche. She's a mortal princess, but she is so unbelievably beautiful that people literally start skipping the temples of Venus to worship her instead. And on the other side, well, you've got Venus herself, the actual goddess of love and beauty. And she is, let's just say, not happy about this. I mean, a mortal stealing her worshippers? Oh yeah, the stage is absolutely set for some serious divine drama.
So Venus comes up with this just truly cruel punishment. She calls in her son Cupid, the god of desire, the guy with the famous arrows, and gives him a very simple, very nasty command. Use your arrow and make this girl fall head over heels for the most hideous, ugliest creature you can find. It's a punishment that's not just meant to hurt Psyche, it's designed to completely mock her beauty.
But then, in this amazing twist of fate, talk about cosmic irony, as Cupid is getting ready to take aim, his finger slips, and, oops, he pricks himself with his own arrow. Instantly, the guy who was supposed to be the instrument of his mom's revenge becomes a victim of his own magic. He falls completely, hopelessly, in love with the exact person he was sent to punish.
Well, that one little accident changes absolutely everything. Now, Cupid can't follow his mother's orders, but he can't exactly reveal himself either, right? So this leads us into the next really mysterious chapter of Psyche's life.
So all of a sudden, this strange prophecy pops up. It says Psyche is destined to marry a, quote, terrible monster, and she has to go to a mountaintop to meet her fate. And what's crazy is, instead of fighting it, she just accepts it. She accepts this grim destiny and starts that lonely climb, leaving her entire old life behind. But when she gets there, there's no monster. Instead, this gentle wind just sweeps her away to a magnificent, totally enchanted palace. She's waited on by invisible servants, and every single night her new husband comes to her in total, complete darkness. He's kind, he's gentle, he's loving, but there's one huge rule. She is forbidden from ever looking at him, and he's always gone before the sun comes up.
In this right here, this is the core of their whole deal. Her invisible husband puts the central question of the myth right out there. He asks her, "All I ask is that you love me." Think about what he's really asking. Can love exist based on feeling alone? Can you truly love someone based on nothing but pure trust? It's a beautiful idea, for sure, but man, what an impossible thing to ask of someone.
And, well, as you can probably guess, that demand turns out to be just a little too much to handle. Psyche's very human curiosity starts to bubble up and overwhelm her, and this sets the stage for the story's big, tragic turning point.
I mean, can you imagine? These are the questions just eating away at Psyche. Night after night, that little seed of doubt just grows and grows. Her family warned her, the prophecy warned her. What if this kindness is all just a trick? What if she really is sleeping next to a monster? The not knowing, it just becomes unbearable.
So she makes a choice, a fateful one. One night, she lights an oil lamp and she holds it over her sleeping husband. And in that flickering light, she doesn't see a monster. No, she sees the most beautiful face she could ever possibly imagine. It's the god Cupid himself. But in her shock, in her pure delight, her hand trembles, and a single drop of hot oil falls right onto his shoulder. And just like that, he wakes up. The fallout is immediate and just heartbreaking. Cupid looks at her, and it's not with anger, it's with sadness. And he says, "When trust is gone, love must depart." And with that, he's gone. He flies away. The enchanted palace, the invisible servants, the whole shebang, it all just vanishes into thin air. And Psyche is left completely alone on that mountain, having lost absolutely everything in one single moment of doubt. But here's the thing about Psyche. She might have lost her love, but she is not giving up. Not yet. Heartbroken, she starts this desperate quest to win him back. And that quest? It's going to lead her straight to the source of all her problems, Cupid's very angry mother, Venus. So after searching everywhere, just endlessly, Psyche finally realizes her only shot is to go straight to Venus. She goes to the goddess's temple and pretty much begs for help to find Cupid. But of course, Venus is still furious,
still seething with jealousy, and she is in absolutely no mood to forgive and forget.
So Venus decides she's going to torment Psyche with a series of what seem like totally impossible tasks. The first one, she shows her this gigantic, messy pile of mixed-up grains. You got wheat, millet, barley, all mixed together, and tells her to sort it by morning. Psyche naturally just collapses in tears. It's hopeless. But then, something amazing happens. A whole army of ants, feeling sorry for her, just comes out of nowhere and sorts every single seed for her.
Well, Venus is furious that Psyche actually pulled it off, so she comes up with an even more dangerous challenge. She gives Psyche a box and tells her, "Okay, now you're going to the underworld, and you're going to bring back some of the queen's beauty in this box." This is basically a death sentence, right? It's a task designed to fail. No mortal had ever gone to the land of the dead and come back.
But just as Psyche is about to give up hope, this mysterious voice starts talking to her, giving her a step-by-step survival guide. It's like, okay, you need a coin for the boatman, you need a cake for the giant three-headed dog, and then there's one huge critical rule. Whatever you do, do not open that box.
Against all odds, she does it. She actually navigates the underworld, gets the box from the queen, and makes it all the way back to the world of the living. She's on the home stretch. But then, that old fatal flaw, curiosity, it comes creeping back. She starts thinking, I wonder what divine beauty actually looks like. And she opens the box. But inside, there's no beauty. There's only a death-like sleep that hits her instantly, and she just falls to the ground completely motionless. So, it looks like it's all over. Psyche failed the very last test, right at the finish line. But remember what we said at the beginning? This is a love story, and love is about to step in the most divine way possible.
See, this whole time, Cupid has been healing from that burn. But what's more important is that his love for Psyche, it never went away. So he sees her fall, and he flies right down to her. He just lifts the spell, and she wakes up. And in that one moment, it's so clear. He's forgiven her. He's forgiven her for not trusting him. His love was just stronger than his hurt.
And from that point on, things happen fast. Cupid doesn't mess around. He flies straight to Jupiter, the king of the gods, and pleads his case. And Jupiter, moved by their whole story, agrees. He summons Psyche to Mount Olympus, gives her ambrosia to drink, and just like that, she's an immortal goddess. Jupiter himself officiates the wedding, which means even Venus has to finally back off, and Cupid and Psyche, they are finally and eternally together.
And that really brings us full circle, back to the heart of this myth. It leaves us with a really powerful question to chew on, doesn't it? I mean, Psyche failed the test of blind trust, not just once, but twice. And yet, it was her refusal to give up and Cupid's ultimate forgiveness that created a bond so strong it literally turned a mortal into a goddess. So what do you think? Is true love all about having perfect, unbroken trust? Or is it really about the forgiveness that has to happen after trust gets broken? That's a deep one and definitely something we're thinking about.